what single plot device has ruined a show most for you guys?
I got a couple, but not for
No,
any
single, bro.
specific
Single is
show.
one.
Like the unexplainable power boost. That should be ruining shit. For me.
For me, if I had to choose one, I don't know if Rue's gonna choose this one, but I'm gonna go. And sorry if it is, but they were brought up earlier, and I'm gonna go with Tokyo Ghoul, the time skip. The time skip from season 1 to season 2, that was bad. That was bad. Like chopped up. It was it just wasn't.
That was bad. That was bad. So wait, Daquan, what was yours?
Like unexplainable power boost.
Okay,
Like power boost, like random power boosts that certain characters get that just don't make any sense, bro. Okay. It's like why?
Can you provide me with an anime that depicts that?
Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, Dragon Ball Z?
No, Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, Dragon Ball Super. So Super is one. Okay. Can you point to at least a couple though? Like what are some evidences that Super actually does this?
I could give you some examples before Ultra Instinct even.
And then like Beast Gohan. Okay.
Yeah, the blue head, bro. Everything about Super, bro. Everything about. Okay. Bro, why is Krillin making Goku go Super Saiyan Blue, bro?
Yeah, it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's all around. Okay, so the actual like so the scaling, the power level scaling in Super ruined it for you. Okay, got you.
It's like at least have like some type of drawback, like for example, like in Hunter x Hunter, like granted, his like he had a drawback to that power boost. So it was like explain that like, yo, if you use this, you're clipped. Like this is the effect of you using this power. With certain anime, just be like, hi, my nigga, like,
how about you, Smoke?
I don't know, because now I'm thinking, is it like, can it just be anything that I personally don't like that didn't sit right with me that I would have liked to see go a different way?
Yeah, it could be personally you for sure. Something personally you that like you think other people would agree with also.
Might Guy not dying after using the 8th gates.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But like, I guess, what would you consider that? What is that? Plot armor?
Yeah,
more so like, I guess he was so liked as a character, they maybe didn't want to fully kill him off, so they found a way to revive him. But I think that him going into the 8th gate and then Madara claiming him to be like, oh, you're quote unquote the strongest, like one of the strongest that he's ever fought, like that would have held more weight and had more meaning to Guy than seeing him now in Boruto rolling around in a wheelchair, like getting pushed around by Kakashi, basically.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, I feel that the plot.
You get me? Like,
can I change my answer? I want to change my answer.
Yeah, I mean it's up to Rue if Rue wanna, let you go and change your answer.
Wait, you want to change your answer, Quan?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Kurapika never destroying the Phantom Troop.
But like, what do you label that as? Like, what is the plot device there? You know what I mean?
Like, it's just like wasted potential, in a sense. Like you created like kind of this binding vow to only be able to use a certain power for these specific people, and it's like
you waste it, like essentially.
like it's never revisited, and now it's like you can't. Now it's like you kind of never run into them ever again. So it's like that was pointless.
And then he just ends up just breaking it and then being able to fight against.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like
Hisoka.
They don't make sense.
Yeah. All right.
For me, I think like one of the worst plot devices is probably the overly exaggerated smart character, right? I feel like so many animes have this, this guy is just so smart. Haha, I figured out a way, right? I'm thinking of like Lelouch, right? How many times was Lelouch back really against the ropes? But it was like, haha, here it goes. No, I got this. Or even to go back, back in the day a little bit, Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Even though I like Kurama, but how many times was it was like, no, guess what? 10 moves ago, I planted this on you, which really this.
Nah,
So,
the Kurama disrespect gotta stop.
no, I'm a fan. I just think that plot device has been overused, right? Like
Okay.
even another fan favorite character, right? And I know this is gonna ruffle a lot of feathers. I may get canceled for this, right? Itachi, right? Like great character, but I just feel like it's like rinse and repeat with like somebody just has to be, oh, I'm just so much leagues smarter than everybody else. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of like an overused plot device that we don't necessarily need. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think we need that. Like, oh, Armin is just so much smarter than everybody else. Shikamaru, I feel like it's an overused plot device. This person is just genius, leagues above everybody else. You know what I mean?
Got you. And you feel like Code Geass did it the worst? Would you say like Code Geass did it the worst? If you had to choose an anime, like which anime you feel like, yo,
Death Note.
they overused it and it wasn't done the right, like they didn't do it the best way.
Death Note.
I think it was a bit. I think Code Geass was a bit far fetched, right? Because Lelouch was very smart, very intelligent, but he did have a hack that nobody else had, right?
So are you
people
saying
had in
the
different
Geass
variations.
itself?
People had in different variations. To be honest, I think it's unpopular. The worst one might be Shikamaru, bro. I think somebody will really smoke Shikamaru for real, for real. He's super smart, bro, but I think his powers just aren't that great. I think if it really like
Nah, but he was never meant to be like a soul. He was always a supporting character. Though. He was never meant to be like a solo.
Facts, bro.
And I guess he wasn't really on the field with most of the real threats. You know what I mean? He was kind of just like fighting the like.
Yeah.
He was never.
But I feel like he would if you put him out there with the real threats, I think he's getting clipped, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
He was never that type of character though. They never written him to be that type of character.
But I also do feel for the sake of the story, if he was out there, they wouldn't let it happen just because he'd be so witty. But I feel like if you take plot armor away, bro, I feel like he'd get clipped, bro. Like
you think so?
I think because it's been shown multiple times that Shikamaru knows, like, I'm gonna lose this. Like, I'm gonna just leave.
I do agree with Shikamaru definitely getting clipped if he was, but I feel like
what don't they show would happen though.
Like if bro, if Shikamaru knows, like, yo, I'm gonna lose, he's leaving. Like he's gonna find a way to leave, bro. He's not about to stay there and continue fighting.
Like I said, this is not really against Shikamaru or a particular character, but I just feel like it's so rinse and repeat. Oh, this character is so smart. You can just always figure out a way. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes there's not a way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Would you say I don't know. I do agree with you. I feel like there's just some. I think it's one of those plot devices.
Would you say that about Ed? Would you say that about Edward Elric?
I feel like
smart?
every character
like overly smart.
I don't know that Ed was overly smart.
Nah,
I get what Rue is saying though. It's like there's just certain things you can't get out of, and all of a sudden I get
what you're saying.
They find like a scapegoat to kind of get out of. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Shikamaru isn't that type of person. I do think Itachi, that was a good example because Itachi, I don't know, maybe it's just the way I perceive Itachi because he ends up dying. So it's like, okay.
Maybe Sasuke a better example of how he fucking evaded
Deidre. That one was bad. Yeah, the Deidre
even when he dodged the particle style in fucking the 5 Kage summit.
Yes.
So Sasuke
it was
Obito, they said it's Obito. I know, but still, like to having Obito right there is a plot device right there watching you, because I don't think he smokes Danzo without Obito sitting up there on the fucking thing like that and Kage there.
So the way the word genius was used in Naruto, I don't think was quite literal, right? I think genius was like synonymous for this person's a prodigy, they're a great prospect, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think
it was used loosely.
I think it comes off of how good
Sasuke
you do in the academy.
I'm so much smarter than everybody else. I think Shikamaru and Itachi were like those were the guys where it's like, oh, they're bad.
But I think that plays I think that plays into how good you do during the academy during the written test. No,
No,
because
because
but didn't they
the
consider
only-
Minato a genius too?
Yeah,
And he
bro,
has
it's a
like
bunch
the
of
highest
geniuses
scores.
that they consider a bunch of people geniuses.
Nah, but
in Naruto, I ain't gonna lie.
Shikamaru's dad was like the strategist of the whole village, and Shikamaru, he was the only like Neji was the only Jonin out the group, but they're like Shikamaru could have easily been a Jonin. He just lazy,
I get you.
so it's like I don't see the Shikamaru here. I don't see.
Yeah, I think Shikamaru is justified in having this brain ability because he really doesn't.
You don't have anything else.
Yeah, I don't think he only got one really good kill. Like outside of that, he don't really. He
And
doesn't
it's like
do much.
you had to go to the extremes for him to even care to get that unkill.
You know why I'm okay with the Shikamaru thing? Because Shikamaru's not like Itachi, where you're super smart and you have broken ability. Not broken abilities, but you are like overpowered. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're really smart, you have some offsets. And Shikamaru is the perfect example of you have a very intelligent character, but they have some lingering, like they're not the strongest. You get what I mean?
I don't
He
know. Some of his
comes from
decision
an
making.
intelligent family. Like his family is intelligent people who.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah,
see.
but
I don't know. Man. And then, is there one thing that we can recall that Shikamaru did that was like, nah, this don't make no sense?
See,
I can only because I've delved into Boruto and
So what would you
in a way
say?
that y'all
No, I'm
have.
talking about like in Naruto Shippuden. Like, is there anything that like you've seen Shikamaru do and be like, oh nah, this didn't make sense?
No.
I can't recall anything, honestly. I can say that from some other characters, but not Shikamaru.
nah, but like, see, and like I said, like I
No.
didn't want to bash Shikamaru. I'm not saying he's a bad character. I just think like that character is like too rinse and repeat, right? Like I feel like if we're always getting, oh, I'm just so much smarter than everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think that plot device is overused. You know what I'm saying? I think, and then every time you watch an anime, oh, there goes the smart guy. That should, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of just like a little stale at this point.
No, I feel like you kind of need that. You kind of need.
You think you need that, Daquan? Like, why do you think you need that?
You need the critical thinking, intelligent person of the group, because I feel like there's too many muscle heads. Like anime have too many muscle head niggas. Like,
but where's the well-rounded people who are like, I'm not an idiot, but I'm also not like this genius, but I'm also like capable of physical. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah, but it's like you need the one person who don't have, like, I don't have the it makes sense. Like, yo, I don't have the same abilities you have, but I can outthink you. I can outsmart you.
I think I do think a lot of the well-rounded characters are the main characters. To be honest, like Luffy, Gon, like they're not stupid or brain dead. They're well-rounded. Like they're not the most intelligent, but they're really savvy, right? Like in terms of like their fighting abilities. And then you always have so I get it. It's like the constant tropes, but like we kind of see it all the time. You have the smart characters, you have the brain dead characters that's really powerful. You have the well-rounded characters, which is usually the main characters, but not really kind of,
overpowered smart characters be pissing me off.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
you
like,
know, the overpowered
smart characters, like, yo, come on, man. Like,
but
you got too much.
Yeah, I do agree with Rue with that. Like the overpowered smart character. But then again, I mean, some of these characters, the characters we like Gojo's one of them. Overpowered, really smart character. Aizen is one of them. Overpowered smart characters.
No,
but these are beloved characters, though.
But here's the thing about those characters. Why? But are they that much smarter than everybody else? Because I think I think Kisuke can be considered, you know, as smart as like wit for wit.
That's what I was saying. Urahara. You know, what's the other dude? Yoshimitsu. What's his name?
What I'm saying is, Aizen is literally in the top 1% in his anime.
Yeah,
like outside of Urahara, like who else is as smart as Aizen?
I wouldn't count
Yoshimitsu.
Like
what's
Gojo?
dude? What's dude?
I wouldn't count Gojo as like smart.
Sukuna's up there with Gojo.
No, I wouldn't count him would you put Gojo on the same level as like Kenjaku?
Yes, he's up there with Kenjaku. Absolutely.
As far as
Sukuna's up there too. So
yeah, Sukuna's up there. Sukuna might be a little smarter than Gojo, but bro, Gojo's top 3 smartest character in this whole verse, JJK verse.
I feel like with Gojo, it's like we've seen him gained that intelligence through losing battles. Like, for example, like the battle with Toji, he gained the intelligence after losing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I disagree. I think the reason why he get caught off guard is like every reason, because people have prep time. The same reason. Like what I'm saying is, think about it. Toji caught him off guard because it's prep time. He waited because he knew he was going. He threw a lot of assassins his way. Waited till he is okay. Almost caught him off guard. Almost killed them, and then he caught an awakening. Kenjaku caught him off guard with the seal because it was prep time. So what I'm saying is, obviously, because he's so overpowered, if you get him with prep time, you can probably catch him off guard. But if you used to catch him one-on-one and try to outthink him, he's just so overpowered and he's so smart, he's not gonna get caught off guard.
But that's because of his ability. That's because of his ability, though. That's not because of his intelligence. That's his ability, like the 6 and everything.
I get that, but like, even if you look at like just how intelligent he is, bro.
No. I'm not saying he's not intelligent. I just think like
no, I get it, but I'm just saying, is he? All right, let me ask you this: is he top 3 smartest characters in this verse? Bro, you take it too long. It has to be.
No, bro. His verse has mad characters.
All right, who's smarter than him, bro?
I think Kenjaku is smarter than him.
All right,
I think Sukuna is smarter than him.
And who else?
I don't know that Kenjaku's smarter than Gojo, but
this is what I'm saying. It's arguable.
I
So
think
what I'm
he
saying
is.
is he's top 3. So like Aizen is
He
the
is
same
top
way.
3.
Aizen is a top 3 smart. So I'm gonna say these are characters that are really intelligent and really super overpowered. But we don't.
I would say
really...
Togi is smarter than him.
Who?
Megumi father.
Smarter than
What?
Gojo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're crazy.
Nah.
You're crazy.
Yeah, bro. Think about how
he just had prep time. He knew about Gojo when Gojo didn't know he existed, bro.
Exactly.
No, but think about how much intelligence you need to be able to fight cursed users and cursed spirits without any cursed energy.
Yeah, but it's so Maki has to be smarter than Gojo too.
Not necessarily.
Oh my god. What I'm saying
No,
is,
because Maki, she just got that.
yeah, but she was smart enough to figure things out on the fly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So she would have to be because she was
Maki, she was always smart though. She was always intelligent. I would say Maki was probably the most intelligent out of her whole class.
Yeah, but if Toji was so smart, why he should have known, and that's what Gojo made him pay. So, yo, bro, you should have killed me. Use your
basically what I'm saying is,
brain,
bro, like I think JJK does a good job because they offer us several options. I think the overused ones, I'm saying, like when this person is just so much smarter than everybody else, like that nobody, you know what I'm saying. And I guess Naruto is kind of tricky, right? But I feel like Shikamaru and Itachi are rarely on the same scene together. So like when they're on the scene, I feel like it's just this person is just so much smarter than everybody. You know what I mean? Like I think JJK did a good job of giving us Gojo versus Sukuna, where we seen a battle of wits. Death Note gave us
talking
light
about them
versus
going
F.
against each other.
But I'm just saying, like when you offer us more options, when there's just this soul standout, like I'm just that much smarter than everybody else. I feel like that's kind of like a played out thing. Like Armin, right? Armin is so smarter than everybody else, but like for real, bro, like I don't know, bro. If we have Erwin, we could probably still win, bro. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, I don't know. I to be honest, I think Bleach and JJK they fit that description, bro. I'm gonna be honest, like because Itachi technically is on one side, Shikamaru is on one side, right? They may not be opposing each other, I guess, directly, but like I don't know. I feel like Sukuna, his intellect is so far superior to almost so many people in the show. It's like, and I think that was one of the things in JJK that was the issue. Sukuna and Gojo were just so up here that everyone was like right here. You get what I mean? And I feel like in Naruto, even when you're getting people that like are so much smarter, they still have some offsets. Like Itachi is smarter than most people, but he couldn't. We argue to this day: is he better? Is he stronger than Pain? Probably not. That's what made Naruto like so diverse because you can be smarter than this person and still lose to them. You get what I mean? Whereas with JJK, you're not getting that. Bleach, you're not getting that. You know what I mean? So I feel like if anything, Naruto executed it probably better than a lot of these other animes. So I get your trouble. Like, all right, it's just the and maybe because Naruto has so many different characters, that's probably why they have a multitude
Yeah.
of that. I do agree with you. Maybe Naruto probably have too many smart, quote unquote, geniuses. You have Minato, you have Oli Madara, Hashirama, like all these gifted characters,
Orochimaru.
you know, but
Neji
they still
was
have,
supposed to be a genius prodigy.
yeah, they call everyone prodigy, so I get that part. But when we look at them, it's not like they're head and shoulders above everyone else, is what I'm
Mhm.
saying. They still have
I think-
oppositions within the verse. But I don't know. Maybe you're right. It's just, I don't know.
No,
I think
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
You know what I mean? I do think, but it's a good point because now I'm probably gonna start paying attention to it. Because you are right though. I'm not disagreeing with you in the sense that it's not a common trope. It is 100%. Now, my thing is it a reasonable trope that can continue to be used? Is what I'm saying, right? Like, are we okay with analyzing every anime the same way? Is what I'm saying, giving the same critiques the same way. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I guess I don't know. If anyone else
We
wants-
was on that so long, I forgot the rest of you guys' picks.
Yeah, I think he changed his pick from Super to
Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter with Karapuka. You know, Smoke. Who did you have again?
Mine was like them not fulfilling the meaning behind what the eight gates was supposed to do.
Oh,
like,
yeah, with
once you
Mike,
open the 8th gate and then guy
Okay,
not dying.
so for yours, it's like built up consequences that don't follow through with.
Yeah, I guess so. So maybe even another thing would be like in JJK, spoilers if you're still not up to date, but like the merger, getting told that the merger is gonna happen,
Okay,
and then
so
like
you
I guess
sell
like
me this dream that-
unfulfillment
okay,
of
I
like
get it. I get that.
yeah,
I get that. I
yeah,
get that.
like
No,
the
that's actually
unfulfillment
a
of
really good
things that
one.
have been built up.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like say an example of something like didn't happen but would have happened that would like left a bad taste in your mouth. So like in Attack on Titan when they were trying to get to the basement the whole time, say like they never got to the basement. He just had the key around his neck the whole time. And they never get to the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been terrible because the whole buildup for the 3 seasons was them getting to the basement.
You
know
talking
what I'm
about
saying?
if they didn't get to the base is what you're saying. Like if they didn't,
Yeah, so like if they didn't get to the
actually
basement. So like we got this whole buildup of like, okay, guy could open the gates. He taught Lee how to open the gates. And like you come to understanding that like basically everybody can do it, but only them two have really tried to train and hone and master it. And then like you see Guy finally use the 8th gate and it's like, oh, this is his end all be all. He's going all out, and then they revive them. You know, it's like that was
I get
you know
it.
what?
Okay.
You know what,
Unfulfilling.
Smoke? I think I'm gonna have to agree with that. Like the build up to never follow through, like you said, the merger, or like just the whole like Kenjaku having this master plan, and then we never see the
So I guess me
I'm
and
gonna have to say,
Daquan's
I think
kind of
that's the
like
worst
mesh.
thing.
I think me and Daquan's kind of mesh too, because then that was something that happened in Hunter x Hunter, where like Kurapika was really supposed to go and smoke the whole Phantom Troop, and him not fulfilling that for getting the revenge of his whole clan's eyes getting took.
I think that one's a little different. Like I don't think that was a huge
I'm
build.
trying to think of
I
other
don't think
ones
we ever
too.
thought Kurapika was gonna smoke the whole Phantom Troop. At least I don't. think
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I would have liked to see him fight more. Though.
Maybe a few more.
a few more.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, yo, bro, because you turn into a specialist only when you fight them. Like that's the only time you turn into.
Or like maybe this will be better in Hunter x Hunter. The how they go back to the Dark Continent with Beyond Netero and them and stuff like we never really get to see it, but we see it in the manga only because the
But
anime stopped getting adapted.
You see that?
Type shit.
Okay.
Even-
I
even-
see.
Even in the
Like getting
manga,
cut
it's
through
like,
the anime getting cut off type shit.
All right,
so like
see,
not being able to see Hisoka and Crollo actually animated. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like. Yeah, actually, I agree with that. That kind of actually fits what I'm with Tokyo Ghoul. Like you just cutting a whole piece, a pivotal piece of the story. You just eliminate that, and you don't explain. You don't. You know what I mean? So like, I agree with that. Like, you know what I mean? That's what
the reason why I think Smokes is worse, because I think, like, for example, let's use Tokyo Ghoul. I think they did a bad job in the anime, but the manga kind of gives us more, right? I think in Smoke's case, he's saying things that you build up but it
Oh,
doesn't happen anywhere.
including the manga as well. Okay, then yeah, it's worse. Was worse. Yeah.
Because like for example, and I didn't really want to include it, but I think like for, like the Tokyo Ghoul example, I think it's just a bad directorial choice, right? Versus like Smoke's cases, like yo, you feed me this, and it doesn't happen anywhere. Like
And
I
it doesn't
can't
happen at all. It's crazy.
anywhere, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's like yo, I
crazy.
can't be like yo, I'm mad at the anime. Let me go read the manga.
No,
Like-
it's a
like-
writing. It's definitely a writing choice. It's a
Yeah,
terrible.
like,
But with the Might God
That's kinda
situation,
crazy.
it's. I think the Might God situation is more so plot armor than anything, right? Where we have this buildup of ability saying, yo, if you keep using this ability, your lifespan gets cut, and then somehow these characters will continue to live a full life. You know what I mean? We see that happen, and it's like just plot armor. I think it's too much plot armor, but I do agree with Smoke in the sense of just how that can lead to just the writing going in a direction where it's like, okay, you promised us this, you didn't fulfill it, and this is the pro. So I do 100% agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, or even like what's the dude from JJK? I forgot his name now because he's so irrelevant, but he was hyped up as he's one of the strongest of his eras. He's gonna show us all these things. He goes out.
Oh,
and he gets
Kashimo. My
Kashimo,
God,
right?
that was
So
so
you-
bad.
You hype
The
Kashimo.
lightning.
With the shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the thing, with the yeah.
with the little
Yeah,
veins and shit.
So it's
Yeah.
it's like when you
was
get
bad.
this big build up and nothing is behind it.
That was terrible.
I do.
That
I
was
do
bad.
I think that one. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Smoke.
That
I
is
think
one of the worst. Yeah, I'm gonna say this to this day. Nobody really, and it's crazy to me that not a lot of people even talk about that. That is literally one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yo, bro, I was just talking to somebody.
That right there, Kashimo just getting one shot at is one of the worst things that I've seen, bro.
Yeah,
And it could have just, and there was no reason for it not to be handled better. Like it's literally no reason.
You know
reason.
you know who also constantly does it, and like this is the last thing I'll say. Dragon Ball Z with Vegeta, right? Like Vegeta always gives a great speech, comes out, starts wilding,
And then loses.
And it's just
Oh
like,
my God.
yo, you give me this. I'm like, oh, this is the time. He's about to do it. He's taking that next step, y'all. And until Super, he never really ever gets that W.
Bro, even in Super. Because remember, he was supposed to finish off Frieza. Frieza
No, I'm
blows up
talking about
Earth.
Topo.
Oh, yeah, he beat Topo, but he didn't like.
That's the
yeah,
only
I
time
guess
they
that's
kind of give him
okay.
the payoff. I'm saying, yeah,
Oh, okay, like a win. Yeah, that's
that's the only time. But bro, like, so
outside
yeah,
of that, bro, it is bad, bro. Oh my God, it's so bad that, and you know what's crazy with Toriyama? People started picking up like he's just doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, because he didn't like Vegeta. Like, Vegeta's a character he didn't like. But come on, bro, keep your biases to yourself. You know, rest in peace, one of the greatest ever. But come on, bro, you're doing my guy Vegeta so wrong. Like the guy that gives and he still couldn't stop Vegeta's popularity in this fandom. Arguably one of the best characters in all of anime. You know what I mean? Like literally.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay. So I don't know. I agree with Smoke. I don't know where you guys stand right now, but I'm gonna resend mines and I'm forget the smart character. I think the massive buildup for nothing is like the
Snowball
worst.
effect to nowhere. Yeah.
It's the worst to be, bro.
But like even another one in JJK, the spoiler again, if you're not caught up, Gojo sitting there talking about don't matter if he go back to his Heian form or if he gets the 20 fingers, I'm a win. And then
What would we
boy
call
gets
that?
sliced
Though?
in fucking half.
Yeah, but what
like-
would we call that specifically? That
Nah,
plot, like-
see, I disagree with that one.
That's like I think that one is more so contradicting writing, right? It's kind of the same. It falls in the same bucket as like when Itachi said, "Hey, if we fought Jiraiya, we would both lose," right? I think that falls in that category.
I think that's different because in the Gojo case, bro, keep in mind, Sukuna had to go get additional resources to fight him, right? So it's kind
I
of
see what
because
you're
when
saying.
Gojo made the statement, you know what I mean? It wasn't considering the Ten Shadows,
Maharaga, and
Maharaga.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
get, I get you.
So
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah, yeah.
skews things. So I think that one's a little bit different. That's like I agree with Mo. That's contradictory writing.
No, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying. Then yeah,
that one's could be bad too. But like for me, I always go based off of like the actions. Like okay, and I do hate that, right? When you're watching an anime, they say something, but then the actions kind of like, or what the writing and the storytelling dictates something completely different. I don't like that. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's here nor there, and it will continue to happen, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah. But I mean, man, you guys tell us in the comment section, like, what plot device do you think ruined animes the most? I mean, we offered some. We want to hear some that weren't offered. Make sure you guys jump in the comment section, like, subscribe, and more videos coming soon.